Hey everyone, it's me, JB, and we are going to be going over week 20. So, just to let you know, excuse the lighting. I am packing to move, so I've already packed some stuff and I couldn't get anything how I wanted it today. So, I was like, I just have to get this done. So, we are going to be going to Matthew 18:35. This is how my heavenly Father will treat each of you unless you forgive your brothers or sisters from the heart. Matthew 18:35. Live with forgiveness. So this verse is actually, and if you get a chance to go back and read the whole parable, if you haven't read it before, it is a parable from the Bible on how many times should we forgive. And so it just goes through this story of this man who was forgiven, and then he had a chance to forgive someone, and he didn't, and ended up being put in jail. And that's where that verse then follows that. And so that's kind of the setup for that verse. But I I really this week is one that I feel like I've been, um, well, I mean, like we've all been practicing, but I feel like it's been a focus my whole life. I mean, I was probably 8 or 9 when I first heard the story of Joseph in the Bible, and Joseph's brothers threw him in the pit, and he was sold into slavery. And then after all that, he became and he was put into this high position, and when he came across his brothers, he forgave them. And I remember being young and just praying to God that I could be like Joseph. I wanted to be a person who forgave, and not just the, oh yeah, I forgive them. No, I wanted to be a person who, when when asked, or even when I wasn't asked, I would forgive. And so this is important to me, and I think this is something that really, it's one of those things that forgiveness, of course, is good for the person who you forgive, but forgiveness just really changes you, and forgiveness allows you to let go of so much. I think a lot of times we want to hold on to things because it's almost like we get comfort from that, but there is something beyond comfort that you get from truly forgiving people. And I had told myself when I started this journey, um, I kind of, I guess, worded it to myself a little bit different. I had forgiven my biological father years and years ago. And when he passed away not too long ago, I realized that I had forgiven the man who had hurt me more than anyone else. There is no reason ever in my life to not be able to forgive everybody else that I come in contact with, no matter what they do, because God did not put stipulations on his forgiveness. He doesn't put stipulation on the forgiveness that he gives us, and we should not put it on the forgiveness that we give others. And so we have to get to the point where we stop being in love with the feelings that you have to hold on to something, and this almost like satisfaction that some people get for holding on to this grudge when that person is going on and living their life and they're doing their thing, and you're the one that's holding on to something that you shouldn't hold on to. You weren't made to hold on to these things. We were made to be loving and to be forgiving. So this is one I definitely want to add. I feel like forgiveness is one of the most freeing things that you can do for yourself. I mean, forget the other person, but for you to be able to wake up and be like, I've forgiven everyone who's done me wrong. I mean, that just, to me, it's just a feeling like you're just not holding on to that crap, because so much other stuff will happen that is out of your control. You can control this. You can control the forgiveness that you give others. So this is one I definitely want to add. So now we are going to live with forgiveness. Now, yes, I still know we are, I believe, 2 weeks behind, and I am making a plan to catch up. I was going to do it before the move, but I'm thinking that it might be easier for me to wait till after the move to do the catch up. So I will work the catch up in there. So do not worry. So one day I will be like, we are caught up. So we'll have a week with a couple of extra ones. But for this week, we are going to add this. And so, until next time, live with forgiveness.